Hello, today is about creating a lead in Yuhi's Diva. I'd like to put it in this section here. So let's have a listen to what we currently have, and then you'll see whereabouts around here that I'd like to place the sound. So let's have a listen to what we currently have, and then we'll get into the sound. Let's start from about here, I guess. So I'd like the lead to come in just after this drop here. So let's put in some MIDI. I'm in E, it's E5. Shift S to duplicate 16 times. It's possible you don't have that. What's more than likely you don't have that. That's just a macro that I created. Now if we play this back, it will be just a basic saw. Let's have a listen. Okay, nothing exciting there at all. Now we need to get into the FM part of it. You'll see at the top here in the oscillator section. So for those who don't know, you've oscillated to the left, the mixer of these three oscillators in the middle, the filter, and then the envelopes to the right. In this scenario, oscillator 1 is the modulator, which feeds into oscillators 2 and 3 as the carriers. So by that we know that we don't want to hear oscillator 1. We can turn that down, and instead we can turn up oscillator 2. Let's have a listen. At the moment, all you can hear is oscillator 2 playing the saw here. We'll square now. What we need to do is turn up this FM dial here. There we go, that's our FM. Let's have a play with the octaves to get something that we like. Usually we want something low to get a bit of a gritty sound, so let's put it down to 32, turn this up to 2, bit of a gnarly high-pitched sound. We can also add filter FM with this knob here, just to give it a bit more grit. At the moment it's quite a repetitive sound, just because you saw the MIDI that we entered was straight 16ths. What we can do is press Shift R to randomize that, so that has randomized the note length as well as velocity down here. If we play that back, we can now hear a bit of groove in that. But to add it one step further, instead of, at the moment, cutoff is being modulated by envelope 2. If we change that to velocity, because we know that we randomized velocity here, let's turn this up. We will now hear that impact on the filter. Let's have a listen. And now with the kick and bass. It sounds quite good. Let's see if we can get something a bit more grittier though. Let's duplicate, mute that one. Let's call this Diva 2. Initialize. Now for this one, I'm going to go for the dual VCO. So you can see that this has changed here also. So previously that was the oscillator level section, which we no longer need. The filter, let's go for cascade. And instead of feedback, we want a high pass. Let's go with pre. And there, let's get a proper ADSR. So in this instance, what we want to do is use a sine wave that is very heavily modulated by the LFO. We can turn off the oscillator 1 because we're only using oscillator 2 in this scenario. So if we play this back now, all we will hear is a sine wave, which will be quite inaudible. Let's have a listen. Now, where this really starts to shine is when we add the LFO to modulate the pitch. So let's put this on 2. At the moment, LFO 2 is modulating oscillator 2. And let's take this very, very high. Let's go to 164. Turn it up. So you can hear already. So if we turn it down or back to 0, nothing. Go up with this LFO2. There you go, you're getting this gnarly, gritty sound already. Just take out a bit of low content from it. Add a bit of resonance. Bit of FM filter as well. Then we just play around with the octaves to taste. So I think, well, it depends whether you want a dirtier sound, a lower sound, which is 8, sounds quite good. or 4, or 2 really, really cuts through. Again, similarly to the first one, let's add velocity to the cutoff. So let's play this back with the kick and bass. And then in context with the section that we were trying to create, let's go back to here. Then we can add some random mutes in. Let's do some mutes and play that back. So there we go, just a quick one today. 2 easy leads on Diva. Quite a lot of flexibility there as well. They can range from, very, very clean to nasty and gritty, like you saw in the last example. I hope that helps, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye-bye.